We're supposed to be professionals. The bits keep rolling even if you're not tuning in. So I just so you know. Good evening, Carol and John Choppers. We are live. Tuesday night. We have honestly, truly a wonderful and delicious table to show you. But equally as exciting, we got some collections. We got some back issues. Yay. So woo! I'm going to keep yapping, but I'm going to let Kyle give you a good rundown of the wall. John Dudas ran into a nice lady who had a collection for sale, and he purchased that. It was a lot of key Silver Age DC and a lot of non-key, I could say. So that's in process, but we have we had a first Brainiac up here. It's in the same vein. We had a first Supergirl up here that sold today. That was wonderful. It was a fun time. But yeah, that keeps rolling through that whole collection. John Shear bought a couple over the weekend and one big 10-toter. I bought a box of Deadpool, so I'm proud of myself. But yeah, we've had some stuff rolling in as per usual for like back to school time of year, and we're stoked about it. So typical back issue procedure. If you guys see something you like, we'll happily answer any questions about it. We love it if you just come in and get the book. They're always 25% off. But if you'd like to call us with a credit card number and pay for it over the phone, we'll hold it for you for a couple of days. Happy to do that. Just don't overwhelm us at noon tomorrow, right, crew?
Yes.
Please. Right. So, new stuff. Yay. That's super exciting. It's a great day to work at a comic shop because we have good things to read and fun things to process.
Yes.
Right? John Shear's here. Andrew's here. I'm here talking, and we're going to do first appearances unless anybody else has got anything?
No.
Guess I'll just keep on going. Action Comics Doomsday Special is the first appearance of the Doomhounds. Got it. That took me a second. Knight's Tears, Knight's End is the first appearance of a character called Dr. Hate. Very inspired. Incredible Hulk number 3. We're all still really excited about it. First appearance of Brother Deep. There's a caveat, so ruin it on the internet for yourself if you want to. But just get the first 3 issues because
they're awesome.
And then Wolverine number 36 is first appearance of Helverine. Great issue, stupid name. And then Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2, Part 3.
Yep.
Part 2, number 3. First appearance of Bo-Katan, so some Mandalorian history. First appearing in comic books. Oh yeah, I have more stuff in my hand. We got previews this week. DC Connect is free with DC purchases. Marvel Previews is free with Marvel purchases. Make sure you get it because there's a new Deadpool one-shot on the back. I held it in like that on purpose. I'm getting some stage presence, guys. Speaking of stage presence, before I hand this over to Andrea for the beginning of the table, we're super stoked because we're getting really close to like 100 views a week on YouTube, which is a new implementation of ours, courtesy of Andrea, because we couldn't figure out YouTube. So that's really exciting. Thank you guys for subscribing on there, even though I know you're watching right now. So that's awesome, and thank you, Andrea, for picking a cool thumbnail every week.
You're welcome. First right here, there's more new back issues in these boxes on the table. And then new previews this week. We sold out last week, so we have more copies of Drugs and Other Things to Do in Cleveland by local writer and local artist Gary Dunn. It is a prose book, but that didn't stop you guys from buying it, so there's more.
Okay, yeah, that's enough said.
We still got those.
A record and got those.
We have World Tree issue 5. That's cover A.
Still so good.
Cover B. Look, that's weird.
I walked out after reading it and looked at John Shear and went, "It's an end of a story arc, but the beginning of an ongoing series."
Yep.
Yeah, like it's the perfect trade paperback up until this point, and now it's just like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And I went, yes.
And there's the 1 in 25. And there's a password in here that Kyle found out. You can go to the World Tree website and put the password in.
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I got to say I'm in.
After doing a bunch of typing.
Yep.
Spawn Scorched is on issue 21. Cover A, cover B. This is the second print of Battle Chasers 11. 11. Then we have a new number 1, Kaptara's back from Chip Zdarsky. It's just as weird and funny and sci-fi spacey stuff is the first volume. This is volume 2.
Cool.
So if you like that, yeah, it's been a long time. Local Man has the gold special.
So basically, if you've been reading Local Man, it's all like a Youngblood type story. This one is a time travel story with 90s image characters. So Boof and the Bruise Crew, Fire Breather, like Codename Strike Force, all these characters here today, and it's insane in the Local Man tradition. Great book.
And 2 super duper 90s covers.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've got your cover A, shiny gold foil, and then your gold version.
Your
also
Valiant
shiny
homage.
gold.
Yeah, it's a Valiant
Yeah,
one.
like
It's
your,
awesome.
What, a death match or something?
Match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Valiant homage. How often do you get to say those 2 words together?
Last image, there's the Nail Biter Compendium Volume 1. You said this is like the first.
As of now, they don't have enough material for a second volume. So this is the entire first series, and then they did a maxi series that kind of like end capped it, which we do have the trade paperbacks of. This is a great read. This is $50, 30 issues. It's all about serial killers and the town that reared them.
Yes.
FBI agents are involved, but it is the cover's a perfect explanation of the book. Honestly, like the dude biting off his nails is the level of gross, usually no more than you'll expect, but it's all like hunt down the most notorious killers in America. It's a great read.
That's it for image.
Oh, cool. We have collected editions for Marvel, and John Cheer made a sound when he picked up this book earlier, so I'm going to let him talk about it.
So the Kang Dynasty is all the Kurt Busiek Kang stuff from his run, and this is the only time I've ever actually cared about Kang as a bad guy. He destroys Washington, D.C. He takes over the world. It's as close to the Avengers come to defeat as I've seen them come. It's great. It's, again, the only time I've ever cared about Kang, and it's a wonderful book for $30, $40. So yeah.
Go once, twice, sold.
Yeah.
We got the most current run of Marauders, Volume 2. I think that clips up through number 12. Marvel Voices Community is the whole... Oh, both Marvel Voices Communities and Reptile number 1.
Oh, cool.
Electra, Black, White, and Blood is the non-Treasury Edition format reprinting of that book. First volume of Scarlet Witch, so that'll be number 1 through 5. Glasses. 1 through 5 and the annual. Ha! Don't need glasses for that. Punisher, Volume 2, one of our most beloved books of the last 2 years. I mean, like, sorry to see it go. Happy to see what the ending brought. So it's a perfect 2-volume Punisher series.
Happy to see it in trade.
Here it is.
Awesome. Finally read it all.
Yay!
Yay.
She picked up the first one today.
Yeah.
A unique one. This is Avengers, The Avengers Assembled. It is a prose novel of the assembling of the Avengers. But it is not from anyone's unique perspective. It is a complete history from a third-person outside point of view of the Avengers understanding each other's powers and going through a bit of history. It starts with their inception and then ends at the Kree Skrull War. So it's a cool read. I would say a cool summer read, but it's now September. Epic Collections. Woo. Fantastic Four Epic Collection, you got the Crusader Syndrome. Modern Epics gives you Venom. This is the Agent Venom era of stuff. One of our favorites and most anticipated ones is the New Avengers Epic Collection Volume 1. This is the downfall of the Avengers during Disassembled, and then the new Avengers forming with the breakout of the Raft. It's one of my favorite Avengers runs. It's a unique team. It takes place during Civil War and Secret Invasion. It's a great, great run of stuff by Brian Bendis.
And reintroduces Sentry to the Marvel Universe as well.
Yeah, when he rips Carnage apart in space.
Yes.
It's freaking awesome. And then a reprint of the first Iron Man omnibus. So everything from his first appearance up through 20, 30 issues, 25 issues.
Yeah, all the Tales of Suspense stuff.
Cool. Star Wars Mandalorian, we were on number 3 of part 2. So this is a lot of Mandalorian action. First Bo-Katan. That's your cover A.
I can't remember.
That's your Frog Lady cover. It is.
Yeah,
and she's
true.
trying to save her eggs, man. Frog Lady cover. And then you got your
Concept art.
concept art. Thank you. One more Star Wars this week. Dark Droids tie-in. Bounty Hunters number 37.
I didn't get to read this one.
I didn't either, but we're all staying caught up on
It's
it.
Jango Fett is involved in this, so I'm super in.
He's got good font. I didn't notice.
He's got
just
great
now.
font.
And then one Marvel reprint this week in comic book form. You got Blade #1. Kyle, you excited?
Oh, I'm excited.
Are you excited because Blade #2 is at the top of the table? Or close to the
close.
top of the
It's,
table? It's next.
It's next.
Well, then that's a good segue.
I'm very excited.
Blade #2.
Woo!
Blade #2 is fantastic. They're setting up a good instance for Blade to exist in the Marvel universe right now.
A cult weapons dealer. That's all you got to say.
That's all you gotta say. It's reading like an action movie. Like,
It
the guy
is.
shows up, she's hot and useful to his mission, so like both purposes served.
He's pulling the Blade
saves
card
some
on
lives.
every conversation he can have.
It's awesome. I mean, it's a great Blade book. And then we got a...
Sinkovich?
Is that Sinkovich?
Feels like
You looked them all up before we did this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it's
it's
Sinkovich.
yeah.
You can tell because you can't read the signature. Spider-Man India is on #3 of 5. Yeah. And then we got a cover B for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool, Bad Blood.
I know.
Oh, zoom in. Go ahead. We had a whole moment about the detail on the bottom of the shoe earlier this week.
Comfy.
Spider-Man's got some comfy shoes.
Mhm.
Do you think our Spider-Man, our Peter, has comfy shoes, or is it just Spider-Man India?
I think only the Indian Spider-Man can have.
Spider-Man just has booties.
Yeah, it looks like footy pajamas.
That would hurt. You gotta get your little spider claws through.
Yeah.
Deadpool Battered Blood is on #3. It's a rad cover A, and then it's a cover B. I was just, they're both by Liefeld, so he gets half. He gets 50%. The Incredible Hulk #3 is the wrap up of a very short first story arc, but it establishes what is going on between Hulk and Bruce Banner, and they've got a sidekick. Looks like she's going to be torn a little bit. Also worth mentioning, Philip Kennedy Johnson is fantastically writing this series, and we're going to continue to pump it. We have Hulks 1, 2, and 3 available for him to sign on September 23rd, which is going to be awesome. There's also going to be a new Green Lantern book we're going to have in the store for that. Kyle and Andrew, one of you,
Kyle.
went through and pulled out all of our Philip Kennedy Johnson back issues, trade paperbacks, totally prepared. He's got some awesome material that flew under my radar, so it's really worth diving into the short box when we put it out later. Hulk #3, that's your cover A. That's your Frank Miller cover price variant. There's your Stormbreakers cover with Throg on it, and a Frank Miller Virgin 1 in 50 for $40. Not bad. Cult of Carnage Misery is on #4. More Venom in this row. Death of Venomverse is on #3. That'll be your cover A. This is your Stegman, the other variant, which we were just making fun of last week because we're like, they all just look like normal Venoms. And then we get this guy.
Yep.
We got your Misery cover. I want to call it the Ven Nunn cover.
Oh, you should.
It's the Ven Nunn cover, but that's hard to say. Maybe not type, I don't know. But Ven Nunn cover or design cover for someone who doesn't want to have fun. And then Sandoval, thank you. Okay.
More variants.
Oh yeah, sorry. We also have 1 in 50, great green in there, and 1 in 10s, which is the connecting.
Who did the art?
Diodato.
No.
Nope.
Delato. I did it on
I got the D right. Damn it, Danny Ketch. Why'd you have to be next? No one counts.
It's issue 4.
There's this. Yeah, it's issue 4.
There you go.
There's this horrible panel in it. I'm not I just don't understand the layout. Wolverine #36. We were shorted a few cover A's on, so if you missed one, let us know. We'll make sure you're on the list for it. We do have the Perez cover of #36. Next to it, Ultimate Invasion #3 of 4, so
Penultimate.
there we go. Very excited for the last one. Moon Knight Annual #1 for 2023 is a Contest of Chaos tie-in, and it explains a lot. It actually is a satisfying Contest of Chaos story.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, chaos is explained. And the end of it is pretty rad. Like, the setup for the next 2 annuals is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about it. A little bit of a weird fight, but resolving awesomely. Next up, the surprise book. If you saw Classified revealed in the Marvel previews when we gave it out a couple months ago, it was Miss Marvel, the New Mutant. Surprise, surprise. She's back, and she's a mutant and an Inhuman. And this is a very charming first issue that explains all that.
Yeah. So if you were getting Ms. Marvel before this, she has not changed. She died, she came back, people have forgotten who she is, and she's basically going to college now and being an undercover X-Man, and it still has the charm of Ms. Marvel in the Marvel Universe. It's great. Her best friend's Bruno, and their relationship still works.
I
Great
love their relationship.
Yeah, it's a fantastic book. Issue 1, and we are full of homage variants. So the
Warnick,
there we go.
Torque. You know that one.
This
Archer.
well, no, but it's the Pacelli-esque variant.
Betsy Cola.
Oh, okay. And
That
then
doesn't look like Betsy Cola.
It's her. It's her.
Yeah.
It's after Pacelli.
I mean, I know it is, but it's just...
and then the Dazzler variant. I'm just going to call it that.
It's
'cause
by
that's what
Vecchio.
is.
It's by
Okay.
Vecchio.
There we go.
He got his research on this one.
He's honest.
Big corner of the Marvel table. Another great facsimile. You got Giant Size X-Men #1. It's a new printing of the facsimile, so second print. Scarcer.
Facsimile.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And then top of the Marvel table, Marvel Age number 1000. I don't even know how to describe this. A wonderful collection of classic Marvel characters told by the best current Marvel creators in a big old great format. Like, they're all good stories.
Yeah.
It's rare that an anthology like that has all good stories in this one.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Jason Aaron, the All Reds, Carrie Andrews, Adam Kubert, Pepe Larraz, Dan Slott, Ryan Stegman. I mean, it's
Because
McNiven.
Mark Wade did the first story in there.
And it's phenomenal.
Get it because of the McNiven.
The Silver Surfer?
story.
Yeah.
So good.
Such a good Silver Surfer story.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, fantastic top of the Marvel table.
I love how we all went, aw.
Yeah, I was flipping through and it just caught my eye, and it's not like the most like Silver Surfery
No.
story, but
Yeah. It's perfect.
cool.
That's
Do
Marvel.
You know these guys?
Yes, I do. This is Stegman. You've got George Perez, and
Oh, it's Manipul, isn't it?
Manipul. Thank you.
Why
Yep.
are you looking at his crotch?
That's what the signature is, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Francis
It's deep in there.
J. Manipul.
Oh.
Keep staring.
Yeah. So yeah. And now we're on to DC.
DC it is?
DC's big one is the
Like, I don't know. I didn't know if like Manipul had like a signature crotch. Like, I'm sorry. I was looking for some insider information.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up. Batman, Catwoman.
Batman Catwoman. It's the battle lines. Batman's been after the events of Night's End, which we'll get to. Batman wakes up and finds out what Catwoman's been doing in Gotham and is not happy about it. And this starts off the big Batman Catwoman crossover that's going to go on for the next couple months. And Catwoman might not be wrong. It's a great look at who's right and who's wrong and how to run Gotham City. So part 1 starts here, next will be Batman, then Catwoman, and so on and so forth. And of course Redmond's always going to be on Catwoman's side because he just wants to beat everybody up.
I do like that we've all known that Batman is a bit psychotic to do what he does, and this is kind of like spotlighting that a little bit, where like, hey Batman, like you're being a little weird.
Yeah.
Like Catwoman's definitely being weird.
Yes.
But then she's a villain.
Yeah.
Flip flop.
So we got the regular cover. We have the Otto Schmidt 1 in 25, and then the new 1 in 50 variant there. Next to that is Nort's swimsuit edition.
Nort's Illustrated.
Nort's Illustrated swimsuit. It is all the swimsuit covers from the previous years, and also with a couple cool stories in there. So you actually do have some plot in there, including an Apollo and Midnighter story in the backup as well. And just to make it even more collectible, there is there are three different centerfold covers in there. So
Are they all Nort?
no,
No.
they're
Oh,
not.
good.
So, yeah.
God, you picked a weird one.
I wanted the Simon Bisley one to stand out. So yeah, so there you go. So you got your regular Nort getting sprayed with his hair dryer cover, and then you have your J. Scott Campbell variant for that one.
I think we call that a blowout. Nort's getting a blowout.
There we go. Thank you. Night's Terror, Night's End is the end of the Night Terrors run in the DC universe. It moves very fast. They get to Dr. Hate very quickly at the end there.
Does he look cool?
Oh, I think so.
I'm not gonna show that.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
curious.
He looks sort of cool. But yeah, it ties up everything, sets up a new run. It all finishes here. So we've got the regular cover, and then we have the awesome neon variant for that one there.
That's probably my favorite one out of all of them.
Oh, Dr. Fate, Dr. Hate.
Yes.
Got there.
Yeah.
You know, I at the beginning of the video was like 15 minutes ago. I got there.
Yeah.
And call you Dr. Late.
So good.
I'll get that helmet.
So
I'll wear
good.
that helmet.
Neon variant. We've got the 1 in 25 variant there. The very cool 1 in 50 variant for that one there. And then another pinup book. It's Catwoman Uncovered. Unlike the Poison Ivy one, not a whole lot of story, but she does have little interstitials telling you, like, okay, first batch is all just Catwoman. Second batch will be all the different, like, outfits that she's worn.
Ooh.
Third batch, all the different people she's with. And fourth batch, all the different cats that she's been hanging out with. So, yeah.
I was about to say Ben didn't see that.
So, yeah. So that's in this. Again, it's a cool pinup book. Riddler Year 1. It is the final one, book 6. It takes place right before the movie, so all the events leading up to it. Here you go. Read this, and you get your prequel to the movie. So you got your regular cover, you got your Sienkiewicz variant, and you got your 1 in 25 variant right there. The other awesome book. It is an awesome cover. Who rules in hell? He who rules in hell. Basically, Doomsday is in hell, and he wants to get out. John Jones and Supergirl are there to stop him from doing that. It's great. There is a Bloodwind backup story for anybody who read The Death of Superman. And he was part of the JLA. He was originally Martian Manhunter. Now he's a whole new character. And he's going around basically the different levels of hell, killing all the different demons. And it's great. It's a great little backup story. He's going to show up later in the Superman and Action comics and stuff like that. But you have your Barron's variant cover here, which is wonderful. You got your Perillo variant there, and then you have your 1 in 25 Clayton Crane variant right there.
I love a good Clayton Crane variant.
Yeah.
I'm so ever since those X-Force days, dude, I'm such a sucker for Clayton Crane.
So
God, he just kills it. It's so good.
penultimate issue of Superboy Man of Tomorrow. Nightmare Country, Glass House, more Corinthian, more people getting sliced into little bits. Like Sandman Universe is, it's not good, as we'll see here in a minute. We've got your cover B, and then we have your awesome sushi cover. Sushi cover for the 1 in 25 variant
if
there.
Doesn't make him hang on there forever.
We gotta go to the collection next because it's the One Bad Day complete set. All 9 of them in there. It's 9 books, $160, and all in hardcover. Just read all of the different bad guys, One Bad Days, all at once.
Good. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
Then we'll go back to comics here.
I'm not supposed to have any on the table.
We're not?
No, you wrote it.
What?
Those didn't go to files.
Oh no, they did.
Oh.
There should have been some. Oh no, these didn't go to files.
Woo, never mind. Disregard that last comic
Yeah.
book, everybody. Sound the alarm.
What about these?
One blank, 2 foil.
1 blank for the table, 2
One
foil.
blank, 2 Perez.
Cool. All right. So
All
there you
right.
go. So
You
we
guys
have
are seeing the wheels turn.
Yeah. So we got the shiny Wonder Woman #1. We're getting more back in, though.
Yes, we are.
So we are
Yes,
getting
we are.
more. Wonder Woman #1 facsimile by George Perez. Get your foil variant. We got a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then we have the blank. Get a sketch variant.
Oh, it's
So-
blank on blank. It's white on blank.
Yes.
I was looking at that on this one.
You can practice first, and then
Exactly. Yes.
Thanks for bearing with us, folks.
Yep.
Just had to make sure they get where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
So I got the paperwork.
Superman Red Sun is, if you've never read it, the Elseworlds tale where Superman ship lands in Russia, communist Russia,
Phenomenal.
and it's great. Batgirl, the Joker War. I mean, Batgirl and Joker have some history, so yeah, you got that going on. And then Batman Night Watch, the entire series of that is collected here, but. I see what you
I love the texture on it.
The
right?
texture
They
on
all
this is
looked at me
wonderful.
weird. They
So-
all looked at me weird when I was like, "Oh, this feels good."
Yeah, no.
No, I was agreeing with
you were
Yeah.
playing it like a harp.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. 6
But this is Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. and it is 4 issues of amazingness. There's also all sorts of extra stuff in there. There's a story where like Clark and Bruce meet each other as kids when Bruce's car breaks down in Smallville. But it's such a good book. I have all the issues. I have the original hardcover, and I gave a hardcover to my dad because I thought he would really love this story. It's a great heartfelt Superman story. Easily one of the top 10 Superman stories of all time.
I let John Shears slip. I let slip today to John Shear that I never read it, and I haven't had such a look of disappointment since I was like in college. So I'm gonna remedy
They're
that.
coming out with another like $40 hardcover on it, so
I'll read it.
you'll get a chance.
I think Kevin
Yeah.
gave it to me at one point. And I disappointed him too.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we move on to Small Press. Weird Science Archives, volume
3? It's volume 2.
volume 2. And then it's Only Teenage Wasteland.
Weirdest post-apocalyptic book I read last year. It's fun and weird.
Yeah.
3-issue miniseries.
Conan Barbarian, the new one.
Oh, I have a caveat to Conan. So that's a weird Conan variant. We'll get to that in a sec. Conan cover A's are not shipping until next week. So if you don't see it in your file, don't worry.
Yep. So this is the Dan Parent variant. Blade Runner 2039 is on issue number 6. 7 Years in Darkness, year 1, number 1 was...
I did not read it,
Okay.
so I don't know.
So, yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, Ben read it. So, yeah, there we go. It was awesome. Ribbon Queen number 2. Oh,
Ridiculous.
gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's
I mean,
not
this
covered.
this is what you're expecting when you get Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows together. But, yeah.
There's more of that kind of stuff.
Yes,
inside.
there's more of that on the inside. Rick and Morty. This one's the
Just ongoing.
ongoing number
8.
Wow.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep.
Black Hammer, the end. So, like, Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer series is coming to an end. Yeah, probably not.
Wait, how do you know?
Probably not. But issue 1, we've got the cover A, and then the
Cosmic
Skull,
Ghost Rider.
Cosmic Ghost Rider cover B. Correct. Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then we come to Plot Holes by your favorite.
Oh, he's not my favorite.
He's one of your favorites.
Sean Murphy is doing plot holes for the...
He's your maybe in your top 3 behind like Remender and maybe nobody else.
He's not a great... He's not... Up until this point, he's not really my favorite, like a close favorite writer. Artist.
Art-wise,
Sure.
yeah. You like
But he kills it on both of these. So Sean Murphy is writing and drawing this. It's a 5-issue miniseries for Massive. It's about a group of failed characters or misfit characters from all sorts of fiction and pop culture, and they are outside space-time and fixing fictional space-time. So, like, they find a story, like a book idea or a screenplay or whatever that doesn't work. They pop into that fiction, they fix it, and they get out. But there's, like, obviously this huge alien fiction-eating
It's a
presence.
bookworm, they call it.
Which is awesome. But it's all fictional tropes and plotty tropes and editorial tropes. They like work out of this crazy cyber library. It's awesome. Like he explores every character. He's gonna do an origin story, I think, for each character, and they pull like regular Joe Schmo comic artist out, use his creativity, and they're trying to save the Eververse. It's so fun. It's packed full of references and artwork. Like every spine of the books have like fun references to them. It's gonna be a great miniseries. We got great covers for it. The art's everything you see on the cover is exactly on the inside, only more.
When you come in here and you see like this is the one book you should pick up. This is the one book you should pick up.
And add to your file, honestly. Like, get the whole miniseries. So this will be your cover A. We got a Beta Ray Bill homage variant. Did you put one in Mike's file?
I did not yet. We should probably do that.
We got the video game cover variant with Genesis, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those.
Game Master. I think it's Game Master. And then,
That's the Magnola.
the Magnola homage cover is a 1 in 10 variant. We got one of those. And then we've got the Simonson homage Beta Ray Bill cover in black and white. Really rad covers, really rad book, honestly. And the same can be said about this next row. I'm going to yap a little bit about this. DSTLRY, spelled DSTLRY, without the I's in there, is a new company that feels very unique. Like, this is their first published book. They have 2 more on the docket from a couple creators I'll mention in a second. And it feels like they are a new company with the energy that Image has now. So after Image went through all its kind of 90s superhero slog of like seeing what works and finding the right guys to create with, they kind of feel like they're jumping into the warm end of the pool. Right?
Yeah, no,
Right?
yeah.
Like,
Creator owned.
yeah, they are strictly creator owned, and this is a one shot coming out this week for $10 that has stories from presumably all the creators they're attempting to work with in the future.
Creators is what they call them.
Yeah, there's a little blurb about the founders in the back. But some of the talent on here, Mirka Andolfo, Brian Azzarello, Ilsa Cartier, Becky Cloonan, Francisco Francavilla, Jock, Joel Jones, Tula Lotte, which is one of the books that's coming up, Jamie McKelvey.
Yep.
Stephanie Phillips, Ram V, which I was super stoked about, Scott Snyder, James Tinian, Christian Ward. I mean, like, these are the best storytellers in the industry right now, arguably. And, like, this is a one-shot that just showcases them in whatever fashion they wanted to. There's no, like, running theme. It's not, like, Halloween or horror or sci-fi. It's just, like, the stories they want to tell, and it works so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. no, you get
Plus, I'm a sucker for a purple cover.
Hey, you gotta keep it purple.
So we have a bunch of these. We're gonna pip these out. We really love this book, and I can't wait to see what they're bringing to us in the future. They have a new book in every preview so far. So, do you have names for these, or am I just doing letters?
Ooh, that's all you.
We're doing colors.
Okay, this is the Orange D variant. Stop! You're throwing a wrench in the works now. You can't know one of them. This is the Industrial variant. This is the Cthulhu variant. You guys gotta type that. Elder Horde. We got a 1 in 10 cover. We have a 1 in 25, and we have a 1 in 50. And not for nothing, as a comic book salesman, I should say that if this company takes off with these kind of creators, probably not a bad $10 investment on any of these books.
Also, this issue, they have said it will not be reprinted in this format ever again.
Ooh.
This is your chance.
Exclusivity.
Yes.
Okay, moving on from my yapping. I'll talk to you about it this week. Deja Thoris, number 6, Linsner cover. Far South has another one-shot, so you got some great Western action there. Kyle's probably going to grab his father. Aftershocks complete miniseries of Dogs of London is collected. We got Funny Things, the comic strip biography of Charles Schultz. Kind of self-explanatory there. The reason I'm wearing this t-shirt is they reprinted Scott Pilgrim Volume 1 in color and hardcover. Battle of the Bands. So that's awesome. Now it's finally back. Alice Never After is on issue number 2. I can read.
I didn't know.
Buffy, the most recent ongoing start over, is reprinted, number 1. And then we got Godzilla Rivals
Versus
Space Godzilla. Man, I couldn't read that upside down. And then a couple summer issues. You got Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures. It's like an IDW summer fun one-shot. And then Cover A for that one. Cover B, whatever. Oh, we got more of them. Star Wars High Republic Adventures, the all-ages book, complete phase 1 in paperback. You got
regular size paperback, mind you. They didn't print that,
TMNT versus Street Fighters on issue number 3. That'll be your cover A, and this will be your cover B. And then we've got a 1 in 10 variant for you. Sonic, the miniseries for Scrapnik Island, is completely in paperback. And we got another one of the... Oh, wait. This is TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures number 4 of the current miniseries. There's your 1 in 10 variant for that one. A little bit... Oh, that looks like Garbage Pail Kids.
It does.
It looks a lot like
I was
Garbage
trying
Pail
to
Kids.
figure out, like, the style of that.
And then the summer one-shot for Saturday Morning Adventures for TMNT, right there, cover A, and 1 in 10 variant sketch-wise. Below that, we have a new Sonic... this is the 1 in... Gosh, this is the summer variant for... Hold on. This is the summer one-shot for Sonic. I had to practice my S's in high school. It was, like, really rough. And this is the summer one-shot for My Little Pony.
Yes.
Got it. We're getting there. 3 left. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories is on number 8 of 8. This is the end of that miniseries. Avatar Last Airbender, you've got the complete omnibus for Imbalance. And then Marvelverse Ironheart. All the great
one-shots.
appearances of Riri Williams.
There you go.
There's not really that many. But, like, how many... I don't know.
I mean, it's like
40 issues in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Are we done?
I think so.
All right. That's a lot. It's a great table. I mean, we had so many things we wanted to say about so many books. So thank you for sticking with us. Come check out the back issue wall. There will be new stuff up there. Like, we bought, like, 40 long boxes over our many collections last week. So, like, new stuff are coming.
Yes.
That's it. Thanks for joining us Tuesday night. We'll see you Wednesday for your comic books.